Sony, what is your wish and what is your expectation?
Oh, well, my wish. Well, you know my wish. Like,
Vita?
Yeah.
Vita 2?
That's not going to happen.
No, I'm pretty sure they're just announced I'm pretty sure they just announced that it's discontinued.
Well, no, people keep making that speculation.
No,
he's talking about the Spain, how Spain stopped manufacturing Vitas, and I
mean, doesn't sound like a rumor to me.
Well, I mean, I don't understand why it's newsworthy because like they've already stopped really selling them to begin with. They're not. It's not like Sony just all of a sudden just went, all right, guys, it's time for the Vita to end. Like they made that decision a long time ago.
Time
so
for
I've had
actually.
It's funny. I had multiple people messaging me being like, "Sorry, buddy," and I'm just like, "This is nothing different than the Vita's current state." Like,
yeah, it's
this doesn't change anything for the Vita community because they already have because all the support on it's all.
All right, so if you could get
Japanese.
one wish, what would it be regarding the Vita?
If I just would like to have another Vita, that's all.
Like a new one. Like a Vita 2?
Yeah, I would like a Vita 2. Just a more powerful Vita 2, better battery. And they announced that it doesn't have proprietary memory. They come out and say, hey, guys, we're doing a micro SD for this.
So let me get this straight. A new model of the current Vita or a Vita 2? Like a sequel to the Vita?
A sequel to the Vita that's backwards compatible.
All right. Oh, backward. So you just want everything. You want micro SD. You want backwards compatibility.
Hey, you said wish, okay? You gotta wish high. Like it doesn't. I mean, there's all get delivered.
They already have a situation where it's just like if they did a Vita 2, they could do it so there's like a serial port on the PS4 that it's just like if you have a PS4, you could make it like the Switch where it's like if you have a PS4, you can plug the Vita 2 into the serial port on the PS4 and play it on your TV. If you don't have a PS4, you can buy this $50 or $100 dock and dock it into your TV as well. Like, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there. They're not going to do it, unfortunately.
They won't. I do think there's a market for it still just because of how big the Switch is. That's
right.
All. And I think the big reason people like the Switch is the fact that it is portable. Not so much. I don't think people are buying the Switch for the graphics. So I think they could make a Vita.
But you have to make it at least as good as the last Vita. I mean, you couldn't make it weaker.
Graphical power. Yeah. No, yeah, I think that's very viable. You could do that because a Vita is basically like a less powerful PS3.
But then if you're talking like that, then they don't need to make a Vita 2. They can just make a Vita or they could do a Vita that's compatible with SD cards and release a dock for it.
Well, I think it would just be a wish list thing because they just are trying to basically just move on to another generation and just show this isn't the Vita, guys. They probably wouldn't even call it the Vita. They would just. I'm saying it's a brand new system. They should
release a new PlayStation Portable.
Right. That would be a good way to market it.
And it's a PlayStation at your house, but it's a portable one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do
idea. That. What will actually happen with Sony? I think they're just going to jerk off over their numbers for a while. And they're going to roll out a very, very. I think we'll get like maybe one little bit of like stupid little teaser for the PS5, just like a little line that's even.
Yeah, really. Have you seen all the news though, saying that they're not coming out with it anytime soon?
What grounds are those all on though?
No idea.
Because a lot of this is just.
But I've seen a lot of news pop up. Yeah.
There's been a lot of like because like it's just I think you're gonna get a lot of PS5 news just because. It's such an easy clickbait title. Mm-hmm. So, and that's just the analysts talking about it who go, well, realistically, the PS5 won't be happening anytime soon, which honestly, I'm fine with that. I don't want like we talked about before, I don't think it's time for the PS5. I think maybe 2020. I'm even as far as to say maybe 21 as to how far I'd be willing to wait.
Yeah, I think 2020 is probably the point. I think they'll announce it. Tease it 2019, maybe release it 2020. It's hard to say. It really is. There's no point. There's no point in them doing it because the PS4 is selling so well.
Yeah.
And there's no competition. It's the Switch just came out. So, and that's the only competition. Xbox is floundering, so there's no competition there, and they don't need to keep up with anyone. Switch isn't going to come out with a successor before 2020, so there's nobody to try and keep up with. They're the most successful and powerful console. They're not the most powerful, but they're the most successful, powerful console.
Yeah.
That Xbox could announce tomorrow, we're coming out with the Xbox One 2, and it's gonna be nobody will care.
Yeah,
because you have to have the games, and that's the situation with the Xbox X. I don't know a single person that owns an Xbox X.
It's amazing, time and time again. This has happened so many times with consoles where they just think that, well, we come out. The issue here is power. If we just release a more powerful console, we're gonna win. And it's just like, you know, you have any times how in history that's been repeated, like Jaguar, 3DO,
Neo
CDI,
Geo.
Neo Geo. Okay, Neo Geo is like probably the best example.
But that wasn't really a failure. That was like a luxury item that wasn't meant to sell a lot. But Jaguar, all those systems you just listed off, nobody cared. Sega CD, I mean, that was like, oh, it's a CD console. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, because it all is about the games.
Yep.
And we're in a really weird spot with gaming that I think it's great, where power is important and not important.
Yeah.
Because we're getting such great games that require no power, and we're getting amazing games that are can look really good and on powerful systems, but also, as we've seen, you may disagree, I think can be scaled back and are okay on like a Switch platform.
Part of it is we've hit that plateau where it's like, you know, show someone, if I show you on Wednesday the Doom on Switch and I show you on Friday the Doom on PS4, you're not going to be able to be like, I know that this is different. Like,
yeah,
the difference is so minuscule that even like it's not you've hit that diminishing returns point where you can make a system that's a little weaker and still produce great games. If this was back in the 8-bit, 16-bit era, there was a clear difference between the NES and the Genesis. Not so much anymore. So,
I would even go as far as say that the jump between like the PS2 and PS3 was significant enough to like for people to make eventually look at it. And I think now people don't buy powerful consoles in hopes to see more realistic looking games anymore.
I don't see a big difference between even PS3 and PS4.
No. I don't see the PS5 coming out and people being like, oh my god, is it going to look like a movie now? People don't care. We've gotten to the point where people really just care about fun games.
Got your bottle opener on you?
Yeah. If you pass me one of those.
Oh boy.
You're sitting here drinking a tall beer in front of me. I just got my shift covered.
I got one more for you. This is the last one.
Okay.
So,
ooh, golden ale. Hold on, don't talk too much yet because my keys are jiggling.
It's the big wave. This is my favorite. So yeah, all right. Well, my wish list is I want a Demon Souls HD remaster.
That'd be cool. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Why wouldn't it at this point?
I mean, they remastered Dark Souls before Demon Souls, and Demon Souls is the more obscure one, and it's the first in the series. They don't seem to give a shit about it. That's my hope. I think it might be my favorite out of all the Dark Souls, all the Bloodborne, everything. That's my wish. Is a Demon Souls remaster rebuilt, because it shows that it's the first in the series and that it was a low budget. It's wonky. It's a little wonky. It's good, but it definitely shows its age more than any other.
Have you beat that game too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first one I played through. So I got my start at Demon Souls right where the series started, and I loved it so much that as soon as I beat it, I went out the very next day and bought Dark Souls. So that, and then I'm right there with you with the Vita stuff. So I would like to see a Vita sequel. Not going to happen.
No.
What I think will happen, it's the Sony conference. I think they're going to show off the first footage of the Spyro collection. I think they're going to show off what I believe to be Bloodborne 2, which is, they teased it at GDC, I think. No, not GDC. They teased it at
PAX?
The Game Awards that
with the Spike TV Game Awards.
Yeah, with Doritos Pope.
Doritos Pope.
Doritos Pope.
What is
Jeff
that?
Keighley.
Oh.
Yeah. They tease it. Then they showed like a 5 or 10 second teaser of like a bloody sword. And then it said From Software, which is the developer. So I think they will show off whatever that is, and I think that it's Bloodborne 2. A lot of people think it's Bloodborne 2. What else do I think they'll show?
Be some Final Fantasy VII stuff. Maybe. They apparently talked about it some more recently.
Yeah, they might show something for that.
That's
I don't care at
development
all
hell.
about that. It's just not even a similar game. It looks like an action RPG.
Oh, it's an action RPG, yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, and I still don't know what's going on with that game because didn't they say it was going to be released in different episodes too at one point?
Here's the thing, just real quick. My attitude is if you're gonna do something like that with an existing beloved game, make a sequel to it. Make Final Fantasy VII 2. Don't say we're doing a remake and then not really remake the game. You know, it doesn't look anything like the original game. And for the record, I don't give a rat's ass about Final Fantasy VII. Never played it. I mean, I've played it, but I never played it. I've tried it out. Doesn't interest me at all. Very bland RPG. There's not like any. It doesn't have a unique system at all. So it's not like Earthbound, where it's got quirky humor and a unique battle system where you have the rolling health and things like that. It's not like Final Fantasy VIII, where you have the junction system and the cards and stuff like that. It's just a very generic JRPG.
Well, it was like the first big 3D RPG.
That's
so,
fine. It's 2018. I don't give a fuck about 3D. Like,
I'm just saying that's why it's so fondly remembered by a lot of people.
Sure, and I didn't play it when it first came out, so by the time I played it, I was like, this is...
Yeah.
No.
I can't comment on your stance because for me it's nostalgia. Like, it was a big deal to us as kids, and I love Final Fantasy VII, and I used to hate how much love it would get in the future because it started becoming regarded as like the best game ever for a while. But looking back, I do think the game was really good.
Well, that being said, regardless, my point was I don't have any attachment to it and I don't care about it, but even as a non-fan, I'm like, why are you doing this to this beloved game? If you're going to remake it. Don't say you're remaking it and then just make a totally new game.
Yeah. So
that seems stupid to me. I don't care about that. And also, what has it been in development hell for 5 years now or whatever?
Yeah, they've been teasing it forever.
Yeah. But yeah, so Bloodborne 2, I think they'll show off the Spyro collection. I mean, I've heard rumors that they're working on a new Crash game after the success of the collection.
Wouldn't be the worst idea.
I think they'll show off at least one new VR game. They're still selling it.
Yeah, they're still pushing for it.
Yeah, and that's about it. I mean,